What if the only thing standing between you and enlightenment was your anger? In today's powerful Buddhist story, the monk who sold his anger, discover how one man's burning temper was extinguished, not by teachings, but by silence. This ancient wisdom tale holds the secret to inner peace, emotional healing, and mastering your mind. If you're struggling with stress, frustration, or emotional overwhelm, this story will stay with you for life. In a quiet village nestled at the foot of the Himalayas lived a young man named Arjun. He was strong, intelligent, and driven, but had one flaw that consumed him like wildfire. He could not control his anger. Whether it was a misplaced shoe, a harsh word from a neighbor, or a slow-moving ox cart on the road, Arjun's temper would erupt like a volcano. People feared him. His family avoided him. And within his heart, he knew he was burning from the inside. One day, after a fierce argument with his younger brother over something as trivial as splitting firewood, Arjun stormed off into the woods. He fell to his knees beneath a banyan tree, gasping, "Why am I like this? Why can't I change?" That night, an old traveler came by the village. He had eyes like calm oceans and bore the robes of a monk. "Where are you going?" Arjun asked, trying to hide his frustration from earlier. "To the monastery on Mount Shanti," the monk said gently. "There resides a master who teaches the way of stillness." Arjun's heart skipped. Can he fix anger? The monk smiled faintly. "He won't fix you. But he may help you see what truly needs fixing." The next morning, Arjun packed his few belongings and left for the mountain. After a grueling 2-day climb, Arjun reached the monastery gates. The air was thinner, but oddly calming. Inside, he was brought before the master, a monk who had not spoken a single word in years. They called him Bhante Vimla, the Pure One. "How can he teach me without speaking?" Arjun muttered. An attendant smiled. "Perhaps it's not words you need." From that day on, Arjun began living at the monastery. But nothing was as he expected. Arjun was assigned chores, sweeping leaves, hauling water, serving food. He waited each day for teachings, mantras, anything. But Bhante Vimla only watched, and remained silent. Days passed. Then weeks. Arjun grew restless. He burst out one morning, "I didn't come here to be a servant." Bhante Vimla simply looked at him. Not with judgment. Not with pity. Just calm awareness. Something in that gaze disarmed Arjun, and confused him more. That night, Arjun sat by the pond, watching the moon ripple on the water. He saw his own reflection, furrowed brows, tight jaw. "Why can't I let go?" he whispered. Suddenly, a lotus leaf floated by, its motion causing the reflection to blur. Arjun blinked. Something clicked. His anger was just like that ripple. A disturbance. A reaction. Not him. For the first time, he sat still. One morning, Bhante Vimla led Arjun to a hall. He pointed to a cushion and walked away. Arjun sat. Minutes passed. Then hours. Silence. His mind screamed. But slowly, the thoughts began to thin. He watched his breath. He watched his irritation rise and fall. He wasn't fighting it anymore. He was watching. Later that week, the monk invited Arjun to the monastery kitchen. 2 pots of water sat over the flame. One was boiling violently. The other had been taken off the fire and was slowly calming. Bhante Vimla pointed at the boiling one, then to Arjun. Then, to the second, now still. He finally spoke. "This is the difference. You are not the fire. You are the water." Then he went silent again. Weeks passed. Arjun continued his silent meditation. The fire inside him, once wild, was now a flickering flame he could observe. One morning, He bowed to Bhante Vimla. "I am ready." The monk simply nodded. As Arjun descended the mountain, the world looked different. He passed a man who bumped into him. Once, he'd explode. Now, he simply smiled and helped him up. He had not just sold his anger. He had given it up, without price. And gained something priceless in return. Back in his village, people noticed. The once feared young man now radiated peace. Children approached him. Elders sought his advice. He said little. But his silence was louder than his old rage. One child asked him, "What did the monk teach you?" Arjun smiled. "Nothing." "Then how did you change?" He looked up at the sky. "By unlearning everything I thought I was." If this story touched your heart and opened your mind, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who may be struggling with anger or inner conflict. Like, comment, and subscribe to Heartfelt Wisdom for more powerful Buddhist stories that guide you on the journey within. And remember, you don't always need answers. Sometimes, all you need is silence.